everyone? Zeddy here again today with a bonus video because Play Hearthstone has announced we're finally getting a balance patch coming this Thursday for both Battlegrounds and Ladder. But more importantly, Wild. Wild is getting a change. I thought that Wild Summit, I thought those changes were going to take some time, but we are getting some significant Wild balance changes. We don't know the details. We just know what the cards are they're going to get hit. So we're going to talk about that, what I think they will be. Again, we'll confirm this all on Thursday when the balance patch goes out. There'll be patch notes. We'll have a review of all that, whatever's coming with it. And well, if you want to follow that content, you feel like I've earned your subscription, hit that sub button down below. Give the video a like. It helps the channel out a ton. We are nearing 64,000 subs. It would be amazing if we could get there. I don't know, by the time the patch comes out. Go crazy. Tell your kitten, tell your puppy, tell your family. Hit that sub button. Regardless, let's go over the changes. And I'm not going to go into detail over these Battlegrounds cards because honestly, not super familiar with them. I don't play a ton, and when I do play, I don't really play that seriously. I will link this tweet below if you want to take a look, but what most of you guys are probably here for are the constructed changes. We are getting 5 nerfs, no buffs, so Warrior, you suck. They've given up on you. And well, I mean, like, are we really surprised at this point? We can't buff a Warrior card, but regardless, you can tell that 3 of these changes look to be very Wild centric. This is a standard card, we'll go into it, but it's probably for Wild. So starting off, Construct Quarter, it's getting nerfed. Who could have seen this one coming? Literally everybody? Yup. This is the most played card in Standard. Deathlight is at a point where it basically loses to nothing, and it mainly comes to this card. Again, we don't know the details of what the nerf will be. We already did in our prediction video. I think it goes to 4 mana. It could lose the durability, but I feel like that's not really going to address the issue of getting that 4 or 5 really early. But yes, Construct Quarter is 100% getting nerfed, and I have a lot of golden and regular copies already, so I will take my dust. But the other standard-centric nerf, to by the looks of it, I'm surprised. I didn't think they'd hit Gold Shard Null. It looks like they are. That is the card to hit. It probably will kill Evolve Shaman if they do the change I think they will, because what other change are you making other than making this 11 mana and taking the each other off, right? It'll just cost 1 less for each card in your hand. Sorry, not each other, just the other. I think it'll still, it'll still act the exact same way. It'll be 11 mana, but basically will always evolve into itself. That will kill Evolve Shaman because that deck relies on this high roll, but maybe Control Shaman will be playable. But again, we're 2 months away from the next standard rotation. It doesn't look like, I just feel like Shaman's going to get warriored out of this. They do have decent tools, but no great way to win from what I can tell. And this will probably take that away. So Evolve Shaman, if that is the case, if this goes to 11, which again, I don't know what are they going to do? Make this a 5/3? Like, that's not going to matter for the most part. I mean, it can't trade in as well. I imagine it goes to 11 and Evolve Shaman high rolls kind of go bye-bye, right? Like, it's just not going to be a thing. Evolving into a 5/4 feels pretty damn bad when that happens to begin with, and when it's guaranteed, yeah. But all other decks that run null, like Mind Warlock or it will affect even Warlock and Wild, to be actually honest with you. If it goes to 11, that deck really likes that card, so that'd be a significant nerf to even Warlock and Wild. That's the only other deck I could see being directly affected by it. So to even Warlock enthusiasts, and that's a legitimate deck, they'll have reason to be salty if that is the change. Now the next 3 nerfs are Wild centric, although one is a standard card. This card, I got to imagine they're finally going to do what I've been asking for forever. Repeat the last spell you've cast that costs 6 or more. Basically, if they make it so it's 6 or more, it can't repeat the Mage quest. That is the big problem with this card. In Wild, it repeats Time Warp. So you just take turn after turn after turn. And well, it can't do that anymore. And then that would be fine. I mean, they could revert the buff. They could make this an 8 mana 6/6 again. Don't forget, this used to be an 8 mana 6/6, but that kills Big Spell Mage in Standard, which I don't think they want to do. If they make it cost 6 or more, it leaves Big Spell Mage alone in Standard. It does affect like Arena decks that plays that 5 mana spell that I can't remember, Arcane Overflow, whatever it's called. It targets a specific, it always hits an enemy minion and creates a minion based on the excess damage. That hurts that in arena, but that's not really a standard combo unless you're, you know, you're home brewing or whatever. So this will be, I believe, to be a wild centric nerf. And will it kill Quest Mage in standard or in Wild Story? Probably. You have Romath that can recast. It's 9 mana. Maybe it takes a different style of build, but then it's a lot slower and reliant on one card, right? So that might be okay. It'll be a lot better. And as someone who's played like literally thousands of games of Quest Mage, I'm okay with this. I've been asking for this. I'd rather they just rework the Mage quest. I think that's always going to be a problem going forward. I mean, I would just rework. It's like cast 10 or 12 Mage spells. Make it almost impossible to complete. Make it completable, but almost impossible, and make it a meme. And they're not going that route. They're nerfing parrots, so look out for that. The next two cards are strictly wild, though. Spectral Pillager. Pillager Rogue. I showed you the intro on the video not that long ago of getting killed on turn 3. No setup. Turn 3 by a Pillager Rogue. It consistently kills on turns 5 and 6. And this deck is just super frustrating if you're playing anything non-super aggressive or like secret mages like Runes, Objection. It's just a problematic deck, and I imagine Pillager goes to 7. 7 would make it so that you play Scabs. It's -6 mana on a minion. Pillager goes to 1. You can't really combo it that well. They could make it 8, just play it safe. But I imagine Pillager goes to either 7 or 8 mana. If they just take some stats off, it's like, what are you doing? Don't do that. But yeah, Pillager Rogue, although not the most popular deck in the world in Wild, really frustrating experience. So I would expect that. Again, we don't know. They haven't given us the actual numbers on that, but we will find out on Thursday. And the last one, Discord Warlock has been basically the best deck again in Wild. Tome Tampering got banned because of this card. I don't think they're going to unban it, but it's a possibility. I imagine they put this to 6. I don't think putting it to 5 is enough. I think these needs to go to 6 or 7. If you put it to 5, it really doesn't move the needle that much. Like, yeah, Discord Warlock can, you know, they could Cataclysm 1 turn later, but still they're clearing the board. It does mess with the Soul Barrage expired merchant synergy, so maybe they'll feel that 5 would be enough. But if we're nerfing a wild card, I feel like you should make it worth it. Make sure you're playing it safe and bump it to 6. Again, we'll find out on Thursday. We don't know, but again, I'm super grateful that they're making these changes so quickly for Wild. They basically prepped us that we won't have these changes out in time, right? And they still got it done. They got at least a couple of the key ones done really early. There's some other issues out there, Twig, Floops, Gloop. There's some other issues, but at least they're starting to hit some of them, right? It might not be everything we want, but it's 3 cards we absolutely have been asking for. So on Thursday, not only should Standard get a good, nice little kick in the butt with Shaman and Deathlight nerfs, but Wild looks really good. And again, of course, I'll have a full update on the patch notes, any other details that come with it, maybe an expansion teaser, I don't know, but I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. I think these are all great. All these changes are great, or theoretical changes. We'll find out what they actually are, and yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Anyways, enough rambling. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.